RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Manakee Jewelers. Surprise her with a piece of Everlon diamond jewelry. Olin Credit Union, exceeding member expectations since 1934. Professional, independent insurance agents. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best healthcare close to home. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Weber Granite City Chevrolet, buy American. Alton Refrigeration, the first choice in quality HD TV and appliances. Dentistry with TLC, stop hiding and start smiling. Quality Buick, Pontiac, GMC, Cadillac, serving the Riverbend for 52 years.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to more basketball here on a Tuesday night. Hope you enjoyed Illinois at Wisconsin. Now we move to Riverbend boys basketball, and we are in Shell country. Roxana and Southwestern. Good rivalry game tonight. The red against the green, and it's the Piasa Birds and the Shells. With Brian Lewis, Brent Birkeland here with you in Shell country, and Roxana and Southwestern, one of those good Riverbend rivalries, Brian. Should be fun tonight.
Should be exciting tonight. We should have a very good guard battle here this evening between Ryan Gray and Ethan Gus. Piasa Birds are also going to have their hands full with Hunter Reine underneath, the big 6'7" freshman who's averaging 14 points a game on the season. Will pose some issues for Piasa, but I think all in all we're going to have a great game here this evening.
Well, already the Piasa Birds are 2-0 against the Shells. The Shells come into this game at 13-13 overall, 6-4, and they still have an outside chance to tie up first place East Alton Wood River in the SCC West. But a lot of that hinges on, of course, the game going on just a little bit down the road in Wood River tonight. The Oilers taking on Hillsboro, and we should have a score for you, an updated score for you in that game as we go along tonight too. But Southwestern with 2 wins over Roxana already this year. One at Christmas time at the Carrollton tournament. That was 45-43. And then in the middle of January in a conference game up in Piasa, it was the Birds over the Shells, 66-60. Nobody wants to lose to a team 3 times in 1 year, especially a rival.
Well, you know the old saying, it's always hard to beat somebody 3 times in the same season. Well, we're going to find out tonight. You know, down here at Roxana is going to make it a lot more difficult because it'll be on the road. But I think Southwestern's primed and ready to go, and I'm excited to see how it goes down.
Hi, George Weber. Here's 3 more great reasons to visit Weber Chevrolet this fall. Number 1, product. Chevrolet has the best lineup of vehicles in the market today. Cobalt, Malibu, Impala, Silverado, Traverse, Equinox. Reason number 2, the deals. Right now, we have extra incentives and aggressive pricing on all of our units, resulting in huge savings. Number 3, your trade-in. After Cash for Clunkers, we were forced to crush so many of our trades that our pre-owned inventory needs some help. Your used vehicle has never been worth more.
You've worked hard to get where you are, to achieve your goals. And that's why we'll work just as hard to help make sure all you've built has the right protection. As a local independent agent, we can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family, providing safe, sound, secure protection with Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
See Macias Insurance Agency on West Delmar Avenue in Godfrey.
From its birth in 1931 on Broadway in Alton to its new home on Homer Adams Parkway, welcome to Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings. Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings earned its outstanding customer service reputation in servicing major appliance brands such as Maytag, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, Samsung, and more. When you think about it, Alton Refrigeration is about providing you with years of comfortable living with worry-free brand name products.
And if you look at the last game back in the middle of January, you see that Ethan Gus had 27 points in a losing cause. Reine had 18, but the player that Coach Mark Briggs mentions over and over again was Brett Guthrie, 25 for Southwestern. He says somehow or another he got his season high against us, and we're going to have to do some different things with their big man.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have their hands full too, but when you have a young man like Hunter Reine underneath with that kind of size and athleticism, you know, there's nobody that's really going to come up against that and put up a good challenge. Even at 25 points in that matchup, that's a career game right there. Whether that young man can duplicate that or not is yet to be seen. And I think Coach Briggs is a little bit shell-shocked from the last time he saw him, but I would be very surprised to see that kind of output again.
And Ryan Gray, as you mentioned, always comes up big, it seems. He had 18 in the game, as well as 18 again for Hunter Reine in that game. Shells and Piasa Birds, the third meeting of the year. Again, they met at the Carrollton Holiday Tournament. They have met in Piasa. Now they meet in Roxana. We're still a couple of weeks away from the regionals. The 1A and 2A regionals later this month for boys basketball, and Southwestern will be hosting their own regional. Roxana will be going to the Wood River regional, so the playoffs aren't far away either.
Yeah, playoffs aren't far away at all, and it's funny how you go to the playoffs and you tend to run into the exact same teams that you've been battling all year long in your own conference, and that's exactly what's going to happen around the Riverbend when playoff time hits here up in Southwestern and down at Wood River.
We'll be back with more pregame in a moment. Shells and Piasa Birds tonight, Roxana and Southwestern. It's boys SCC basketball. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Compare a well-equipped Lexus ES to a well-equipped Buick LaCrosse. Get inside each and see what you find. If perfection is what you pursue, this might just change your course. Meet the new class of world class. The 2010 LaCrosse from Buick. May the best car win.
There's a long pass. It looks like it's going to be overthrown. Oh, the receiver dashes under the ball and makes the catch. Touchdown!
Where did he get that extra burst of speed? That off-season training really paid off.
Alton Memorial Hospital's Human Motion Institute Sports Performance helps athletes maximize their potential and improve their game. With sports performance training, you'll leap higher, run faster, and throw farther. Learn more at altonmemorialhospital.org. Human Motion Institute Sports Performance, building better athletes.
The more your life changes, the more your insurance needs change. I'm Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance. In just minutes, I can conduct a free personal insurance review to help you determine how much and what type of coverage is right for you, with no costly gaps or overlaps. Interested? Call me, Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance, today at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
As we get ready for basketball, the starters being announced, and we're ready for the tip. Shells start Touche, Reine, Gus, Garner, and McPeak. Southwestern will start Gray, Guthrie, Hagan, Garrett, and Sosa. And the tip won by Roxana, and we are underway here in Shell Country. McPeak has the basketball as we get things started here. Chase McPeak, a 5'8" guard, backdoor to Gus. He missed it, got his own rebound. Ethan back up strong, and Gus has two, and it's 2-0.
Well, a nice try on the original pass from McPeak. Gus couldn't get that to fall, was able to get his own rebound and a nice putback.
2-0 for Gus and the Shells, and now Roxana will run some zone defense here and make Southwestern shoot over the top of that zone to start. Coach Mark Briggs of Roxana, Coach Kurt Berger of Southwestern. To the baseline it goes to Cole Hagan, out to Ricky Sosa. Now Donnie Garrett swings it to Ryan Gray. Now Brett Guthrie. Everybody gets a touch. And now Sosa for three. It's off the rim. Hunter Reine with a rebound and a foul. Reine averaging 11 rebounds per game, and the big freshman fouled there by Garrett after he grabbed the board.
Yeah, Garrett probably could have avoided that foul. He didn't time it real well, and the ball was already in Reine's hands, and he was just yanking at his arms.
Hunter Reine, in case you haven't heard, and I don't know who hasn't by now, 6'7" freshman, 14 points a game, 11 rebounds a game. Gus in the lane, lost it on a double, then a triple team. Gray comes back for Southwestern. To Sosa now. 2-0 Shells, but it's Piasa Birds ball. First quarter. Garrett has the basketball here. He swings it to Gray, right in front of the Roxana bench. Now to Ricky Sosa again, the junior. Throws it to the baseline, knocked out by the defender, I believe. And nope, now they're just going to say it is Shells ball. The officials looked at each other and Roxana ball.
Nice job by the officials getting together and getting the call right there, as that is the correct call, being Roxana's basketball.
Chase McPeak brings it up the floor. Where's number 11? McPeak into the front court, guarded by Sosa. Piasa Birds, man-to-man defense. Now they dump it to Reine. And they'll go to a matchup zone of sorts, keeping an eye on Hunter Reine in the lane. Ryan Touche with the basketball to Ethan Gus now. Hunter Reine at the high post, now down the lane, dumps it to McPeak. Missed it, Reine with the rebound. Up and in for big number 55.
Well, Hunter Reine's right there on the glass to get the easy rebound and put back. And if they're going to make it that simple for the big man, it's going to be a long night for the Piasa Birds.
4-0 Shells here on their home floor. Garrett has the basketball out to Cole Hagan. Now they whip it left side to Ryan Gray. The dish to Sosa now. In the right corner again, Cole Hagan has the basketball. Hagan to the corner, Brett Guthrie driving in, finger roll, good. Guthrie with 2.
Nice job by Guthrie there, driving the baseline, taking it strong into the paint, and getting the bucket to fall.
Right to the front of the rim quickly. Reine was there for some help defense, but inside, Reine has the basketball. Little hook shot. Hunter Reine gets it to roll with the touch on the hook.
Well, that was better defense by Southwestern there, but Hunter Reine showing some nice touch with a hook shot out of the big boy.
Stephen Garner with the assist. Garner was under the basket, and he found Reine. 6-2 Roxana. Ryan Gray around 2 Shells, and he lays it in.
Well, that's what Ryan Gray does. He can penetrate and make things happen off the dribble.
What a move by number 11, Ryan Gray. And again, he's had 2 big games against the Shells already this season. December and January, now into February, the 3rd meeting between the 2 teams. Touche to the corner, and it goes to Garner. Now Gus to Reine. Reine's open. They went for the steal, didn't get it. Reine got the layup.
Nice pass by Ethan Gus. Roxana showing here in the early going some very good passing skills.
8-4, Roxana leading now. Up by 4 on Southwestern. Pass across the lane, and Reine blocks the shot of Ryan Gray under the basket. So give Reine a block to go with the points and the rebounds already here. Here's Ethan Gus. Top of the key, McPeak dumps it to Reine at the high post. Sosa with a steal, a double team, and Reine brought the ball down. Gray brings it down, missed it. Now Hagan with a follow. He's fouled, and Hagan with some good work on the offensive glass.
Yeah, great job by Hagan crashing the boards there at the offensive end. And just as you mentioned, Hunter Reine bringing the ball down. He caught the pass high, dropped the ball down low around his waist, and Southwestern with some good defense collapsing down and getting the steal.
Sosa with the steal. That's a 5-7 against a 6-7.
Yeah, but anytime you bring the ball down that low, you're making yourself go from 6-7 to 5-7. And he'll learn as he gets older to keep that ball up high. If he keeps that ball up high, then there's nobody that's going to be able to take it away from him.
Hagan hits the first free throw, and Touche comes out of the game. Roxana will bring the first sub in. Hagan hits them both and makes it 8-6. The Shells lead is down to 2 now. The sub coming into the game, number 40, Cody Yerkes. Yerkes, 6'3", senior. To the baseline, Gus to Reine, fadeaway, good in the lane. Reine with 2 more.
Once again, Ethan Gus showing some great passing ability there with a nice touch pass up high. Good touch by the big boy, getting it to fall once again.
10-6 our score, and Reine has 8 of the 10. 4-point lead, and Gray will try a 3. It's off the rim. Reine with the rebound, and we have a foul underneath, and looks like it's going to be on the Shells. Was Reine pushing off? No, it's going to be a push off maybe on Gus. That would be his second, and it is.
Yeah, it looked like Ethan Gus did have his forearm in the back of the Piasa defender, and it is his second foul.
Piasa Birds inside, glass, Garrett, no good. Reine with a quick outlet. And McPeak has an open 3, and it's short. Runs down the rebound. Gray will grab it. Ryan Gray gives to Garrett. Now it goes quickly into the front court to Brett Guthrie. Now to Hagan. Back to Sosa. Now to Garrett. 10-6. Shells with the lead. Couple of subs getting ready to check in, including Jordan Briggs. son of head coach Mark Briggs, and he may come in for Gus because he has 2 fouls. Here's Gray with a 3. No good, but he runs down his own rebound at the top of the key.
Yeah, Ryan Gray showing you everything that he brings to the table for the Piasa Birds.
Sosa for 3. It's no good, and Reine rips down the rebound. The Piasa Birds trying some early threes here, but no success yet.
Yeah, all 3 of those were good looks, too. They just could not get it to fall.
Daniel Campbell with the basketball. Campbell in for the Shells. Now backdoor to Reine. Knocked away. Good D. Cole Hagan got a hand on it. Here's Gray spinning inside. Good and one. What a move between the defenders by who else? Ryan Gray.
Well, that's where Ryan Gray is at his best, as we mention all the time. He takes it into the paint. He's not scared to go into the land of the big boys. It's going to pay off there as he's got a chance at the 3-point play and possibly cut this Shell lead to just 1.
Well, here comes Briggs now into the game, number 10. He comes in for Gus. Southwestern will bring in Noah Hunt, number 5, another guard. That foul was on number 21, Campbell, his first. And the free throw is good. Gray is at 5 points here in the first quarter, and now it is a 1-point game. Shells 10, Piasa Birds 9. Here's McPeak to Campbell. Into the corner, Briggs for 3. Good! Left side 3 ball for Jordan Briggs.
Looks just like his old man down there in the corner. Sweet stroke for number 10.
Briggs with a 3 ball, and it's 13-9, just like that. A 3-point play for Southwestern at one end, and then the Shells with a 3 ball at the other end. 4-point game. Gray, right corner, missed the shot. Reine, another rebound.
Looked like Gray rushed that shot a bit there. Got his feet crossed up a touch, and not a good look there for number 11.
1:13 to go. First quarter. Skip pass to McPeak, now to Campbell at the top. Between the circles, Briggs for 3 again. Off the mark, rebound, Reine, right back up, no good. Out of bounds, Southwestern ball, 1 minute to go in the first quarter.
You know, there's so many times over the years you see kids with the size of Reine out there, and they don't ever show the aggression or the toughness to get in there and get physical with their size, but that's not the case with Hunter, as he is in there banging here.
And he's only going to get stronger year after year after year, you would think, and that's the plan for Coach Mark Briggs and Coach Mike Harmon, the assistant, who likes coaching the big men, Mike Harmon. Right elbow, inside now, quickly it goes, shot is missed. Reine has the rebound on that missed shot by Chris Strazar.
Well, it's not just been Reine's size that's been able to help him get these rebounds tonight. Southwestern's not even putting a body on him most occasions. They're just giving him the easy rebound.
Roxana ball, 20 seconds to go. They'll wait for the last shot. Here's Reine, skip pass, and Briggs was headed to the basket instead of at the 3-point line where Reine thought he was going to be, and he threw it away there.
Yeah, it looked like Reine thought Briggs was going to go left. Briggs decided to go right, and the pass sailed out of bounds.
Basketball belongs to the Piasa Birds. 6 seconds to go. Sosa has it. 3 ball. It's in and out. No good at the buzzer. Ouch. The Piasa Birds almost had a big shot. But instead, here on the road, they will trail by 4 after 1 quarter. Roxana, 13. And Southwestern, 9. Second quarter after this, you're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
At Olin Community Credit Union, they offer more than savings accounts, checking accounts, money markets, loans, and IRAs. They also offer a Visa Platinum card which rewards their members with low rates, no annual fees, no hidden fees, no balance transfer fees, built-in safety features to protect your card from fraud, and a rewards program which rewards you for every purchase you make. Apply today for an Olin Community Credit Union Visa Platinum card at www.olincreditunion.org.
Honey, who does our car insurance?
State Farm.
And what about our house?
State Farm, too.
And what about our life insurance?
Why do you ask?
Well, I've got something to tell you.
Bringing new life into the world is one of many great reasons to talk about life insurance. So contact your State Farm agent today. They'll help you choose the right coverage.
Contact Tom Lane to discuss all of your life insurance needs at 377-8912 across from Gino's 140 Club in Bethalto.
Everybody's saying buy American, but not me. I just want you to come drive American. Come out today and see for yourself. No one has a more impressive selection of vehicles than Ford. Whether it's a Focus, Fusion, Escape, Edge, F-150, or any other Ford product, no one can beat Ford's quality. Not Toyota, not Honda, not anybody.
Roberts Motors, your hometown dealer for over 60 years, just off Route 3 or Highway 67 in Alton, or at RobertsMotors.com.
Back in Roxana, Shells and Piasa Birds here. We move to the second quarter now, 13-9 in favor of Roxana. Shells led by their big man there in that first quarter. 8 points for Hunter Reine. 5 to lead the way for the Piasa Birds, and Ryan Gray and Cole Hagan starts with a bucket for the Birds in the second quarter, so now it's a 2-point game, 13-11.
Nice job by Cole Hagan finding the open spot in the lane, getting to the spot, and getting the 2 points.
Stephen Garner swings it outside to Daniel Campbell. Now Briggs with an extra step before he fired the 3. It's a travel. Now Ryan Touche in for Briggs. So it's Touche, Yerkes, Garner, McPeak, and Campbell. A small lineup in there for the Shells, but it's always going to be small when Reine leaves the game.
Well, that's true. Anytime Reine's out of the game, obviously they're not as big. But right here is when Southwestern's got to take advantage of these situations when Reine's out. They need to be able to put points on the board, maybe even take the lead here, so that way when Reine gets back in there, they got a little bit of a cushion.
Well, Coach Mark Briggs must have heard you, because he's at the scorer's table ready to come back in now. But first, Piasa Birds ball. Nope, they throw it away. Here comes Garner the other way. Stephen Garner knocked away by Sosa, but a foul will be called. Looked like Sosa may have had all ball there, but they'll call the body, I guess, on Ricky Sosa, his first.
Yeah, Stephen Garner doing an excellent job there on the fast break. He thought about dishing it, but looks like they're going to call it on the floor.
On the break.
I don't know about that. I thought Stephen was in the air, but either way, it's a foul on Southwestern. And the point I was getting at was Garner showing that he can take it into the paint as well. These players are loving slashing to the rim.
Ethan Gus back into the game, and his shot rejected. Here comes Sosa, knocked away from behind. Good hustle by Garner, and here comes Campbell for the Shells. Roxana with a lead, 13-11. Gus to Reine, lays it up and in again.
Once again, it was an easy 2 points. They get it into Reine. There's nobody there near him to put a body on him, and as the big man lays it right over the front of the rim.
To the baseline, it's Brett Guthrie. Guthrie to Hagan, right elbow, shot missed. Look at Ryan Gray with a rebound, no good. Now it's loose and underneath. Guthrie picks it up and lays it in.
Good job by Guthrie staying with the loose ball on the floor, getting it, and able to lay that left hand off the glass.
We are in Shell country, down the road in Oiler country. It's all Wood River. Tell you about that in a moment. Now we have a foul on the Piasa Birds as they collapse on a double team on Hunter Reine. 6:08 to go, second quarter. Shells by 2, 15-13. After one quarter, the Oilers led Hillsboro. Looks like 15-0. At halftime, 32-10. 32-10 in favor of the Oilers. Gus, left wing, no. Reine with a follow. It's off the rim, no good. Now the rebound to Donnie Garrett of Southwestern. They can tie the game.
Well, it sounds like down the road in Wood River, the Oilers aren't going to take any chances if they want to wrap this thing up tonight.
Win the conference title outright. There's a 3 by Hunt, no good. Guthrie, though, strong to the hole, and he missed it. And off the top of the backboard and out of bounds as he was going underneath. I thought that may have been deflected by a defender, but they say it's Shell's ball.
Guthrie didn't say much about it. I think the ball just slipped out of his hands as he showed an excellent move and went baseline, got there, and the ball just flipped up out of his hand and hit the top of the backboard.
Gus to Campbell, now left side to Touche. Shells by 2, 5:20 to go, first half. Yerkes to the baseline, double teamed and a foul. Garrett was there, Hagan was there. I think it may be Hagan with the foul, we'll see. And that'll be the 4th team foul on the Piasa Birds. Shells have 3 team fouls. It is going to be Hagan with his first. And to the line goes Stephen Garner.
Well, once again, Stephen Gardner being aggressive, taking the play to the Piasa Birds, going baseline, drawing the foul, but unable to sink that first free throw.
Still hasn't scored yet, Garner. 10 for Reine now. 3 for Briggs, 2 for Gus. That's it, 15-13 Shells. There's a free throw for Garner, and he makes it 16-13 Roxana.
Well, I think this is the game we anticipated, a close scoring affair, a lot of hustle.
Here's Gray down to Hagan. Guarded there by Garner. Now Ryan Gray with it again. Hunt for 3, and it's off the back iron. Gus with the Roxana rebound.
Well, that's about the 6th time, I believe, that Southwestern's had a good look from 3, but has not been able to hit the shot.
Reine out to Touche for 3. Off the rim. Gray with the Southwestern rebound. Headed the other way. Now the ball loose in the backcourt. Shells tipped it back there, so Southwestern will move back to the front court, trailing by 3. Hagan to Gray, guarded by Touche. Now left side, it's Hunt. Looking for Hagan, but it goes to Sosa. Tipped around, now Guthrie underneath, and he lays it up. Missed it. Looks for his own rebound, but Reine will grab the board.
Once again, Guthrie going baseline as he's really liking that move here this evening. He's been able to get in there pretty easy, but has not been able to get it to fall.
Now a whistle and a foul. Piasa Birds with their 5th team foul out on the wing. And we'll see who picks up the foul this time around. It looks like 22 Hagan with his 2nd foul.
Yeah, Hagan's going to take a seat. Coach Berger wants to get him out of there as he's got 2 fouls. Hagan was not happy with that call, and it looks like Coach Berger is letting the young man know, let the ref and you play.
Left side, baseline, Touche with a jumper, and it's good. His first points. And we have a timeout for Southwestern halfway through the 2nd quarter. 18-13, Shells over the Piasa Birds by 5 now. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
I can do this. I can actually get her something she wants. Do something extraordinary. Surprise her with a piece of Everlon diamond jewelry. The Everlon Diamond Knot Collection features the Hercules knot, the ancient symbol of strength that represents the unbreakable bond of love. She definitely deserves a diamond.
The Everlon Diamond Knot Collection, now available at Manakee Jewelers.
Stop hiding. Start smiling. Hi, I'm Dr. Anna Smith. My staff and I love to take great care of our patients. We constantly update our technology, which allows us to complete complex procedures quickly, saving you time and money. Our new Luma Smiles technology allows you to see your new smile without changing a thing.
Patient of the Month, Lewis Michael won a free lunch for all his co-workers.
Come see what your smile can be at Dentistry with TLC.
Ragusa drops to throw. Now lets it go deep down the left sideline. He's got top, and he makes a dandy catch.
Here's another steal by Bradley. Lumpkins all alone. He lays it in from.
Yeah! Woo!
Welcome back to Roxana after the timeout for Southwestern. It will be Piasa Birds ball. They trail by 5, 18-13, and Sosa will set up the offense here. Shells still sitting back in that matchup zone defense. Coach Briggs liking it right now. Is the shooting not the best? There's a nice shot, though. Running jumper by Sosa off the glass and in.
Excellent shot by Sosa as he went down the right wing all the way towards the baseline, and before falling out of bounds, banks it in.
Gus into Reine. Good again. Touche to Gus to Reine. Tic-tac-toe.
Too easy there by the Piasa Birds. They've got to start getting some bodies on Reine, or it is just going to continue to get away.
Ball gets away, but the Piasa Birds run it down. Under 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Inside, shot good, but a travel is called as Guthrie had that shot roll in, but he took an extra step just outside the lane, and now Chase McPeak back in for Roxana. Sitting down, it's Touche.
Well, there Guthrie showed as he started his drive, he stopped and popped on that one, and that's what he needs to do. He needs to mix it up. He needs to not just take it all the way in each and every time.
Inside to Campbell. He kicks it back out. Inside, Reine again from Gus again. Reine has 14 points.
Beautiful pass once again by Ethan Gus on the alley-oop. And number 55, he just had to grab it and touch it off the glass.
Got 7 buckets already. From the corner, Gray with a 3. No. Reine with a rebound, and Shells up 22-15, and Reine having his way here. He may have a double-double at halftime.
Yeah, very good chance of that.
Here's Chase McPeak to Ethan Gus. Gus looking for help. He'll keep the dribble near the center circle. Back out to Daniel Campbell. Campbell looking for Yerkes, but instead Gus to Reine. Foul this time. It's not going to be easy this time. They won't let him have the layup, and the foul on Brett Guthrie.
I'll tell you what I'm liking out of Ethan Gus here tonight is, you mentioned he had 27 points in one of the meetings earlier this year. You know, he's a scorer. But tonight, every time he gets the ball, he's looking for Reine first. You can see it in his eyes. Every time he catches it, he's looking inside for the big man. The hot hands with Reine, and he's continuing to go back to the big boy each and every time.
Well, he only had 8 assists in the 2 games combined. Gus, but he may have that already tonight as Reine missed the first one, then made the second free throw, 1 out of 2.
Well, you got to play to your strengths, and tonight the matchup is in the middle. You know, most nights it's in the middle for Roxana, but tonight especially, and they're playing to their strengths, and it's paying off.
Sosa has it, fakes a 3, instead of 2 on the wing, and it's good for Sosa from the right side.
Yeah, good job by Sosa finding some room and hitting the 12-footer.
He's got 4 quick points, a couple of buckets, and 1:30 till halftime now as Reine on the high post gives to Gus. This time good. This time the other way. Reine to Gus.
A little bit of give and go. Gus to Reine, back to Gus, and a sweet move by Gus as he was up and under for the layup.
4 points for Gus. And the lead is 8 inside. Reine with a big block on Brett Guthrie. Here comes McPeak. Down underneath, and Campbell couldn't handle the pass. Out of bounds on the break. Piasa Birds get it back.
McPeak just a little bit late on that pass there. He had the man about a step earlier. Threw the ball a touch late. The man was under the rim and couldn't react to the pass.
Back comes Southwestern. 1 minute till halftime. Shells 25. Piasa Birds 17. It's an 8-point game. Right side, Strazar hands the ball back to Sosa. Sosa left side to Noah Hunt. Hunt with the dribble. Now to Guthrie, inside Strazar. Got away, but right to Ryan Gray. He missed it off the glass. Hunt, though, inside. Good, but he traveled. An extra step for Hunt on the weak side.
And that's the second time that Southwestern has made a basket and had it taken away due to a travel. Coach Berger's showing a little bit of the frustration over there on the bench.
Here come the Shells. See if they wait for the last shot. Campbell has it. McPeak is out there too. Briggs back into the game. So is Garner and Reine. So Gus not in there now. 17 seconds to go. They turn it over. Hunt the other way. Fouled from behind by Garner.
And Garner hustling down the court trying to stop the fast break, and just a little bit too much there as he ran over Hunt. A foul on Garner.
14 seconds to go till halftime now. Briggs comes out. Touche in for the Shells for some defense. 8-point lead for the Shells. We'll see what it is at halftime. Noah Hunt to Ryan Gray. Piasa Birds ball. We're at Roxana High School with 10 seconds till halftime. Here's Sosa. Down to Guthrie. Backs in. Glass and good. Guthrie drops it in. Shells throw it in. And that's the end of the first half. So a big bucket there right before halftime by Guthrie. And our score now, Roxana 25, Southwestern 19. Back with halftime in a moment. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
From its birth in 1931 on Broadway in Alton to its new home on Homer Adams Parkway, welcome to Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings. Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings earned its outstanding customer service reputation in servicing major appliance brands such as Maytag, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, Samsung, and more. When you think about it, Alton Refrigeration is about providing you with years of comfortable living with worry-free brand name products.
You've worked hard to get where you are, to achieve your goals. And that's why we'll work just as hard to help make sure all you've built has the right protection. As a local independent agent, we can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family, providing safe, sound, secure protection with Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
See Macias Insurance Agency on West Delmar Avenue in Godfrey.
Hi, George Weber. Here's 3 more great reasons to visit Weber Chevrolet this fall. Number 1, product. Chevrolet has the best lineup of vehicles in the market today. Cobalt, Malibu, Impala, Silverado, Traverse, Equinox. Reason number 2, the deals. Right now, we have extra incentives and aggressive pricing on all of our units, resulting in huge savings. Number 3, your trade-in. After Cash for Clunkers, we were forced to crush so many of our trades that our pre-owned inventory needs some help. Your used vehicle has never been worth more.
Roxana ball in Shell country, and the Shells lead it 25-19 over the Piasa Birds. And Roxana will have the ball with that 6-point lead, and the third quarter is underway. Chase McPeak brings it up the floor. Ethan Gus, top of the key. Gus looking for Hunter Reine. Finds him, hands the ball off again, and Gus now we'll pitch it left side to Stephen Garner. Back to the top, Ryan Touche. Now McPeak again. Everybody gets a touch for the Shells here. They throw it left side to Ethan Gus. Gus with 4 points in that first half, but probably twice as many assists, and most of them coming to Hunter Reine, of course. Reine with 15 in the first half. Brian Lewis and Brett Berklin here with you, and earlier tonight here on the Big Z, Illinois winning at Wisconsin 63-56. In case you missed it, a 7-point win for the Illini. 7 minutes to go, third quarter, and how about the Shells playing a little keep away, Brian?
Yeah, they're doing an excellent job of moving the ball, finding the open man, killing the clock, and they're looking really smooth out there working it.
Coach Mark Briggs will tell you, I wanted to be patient, and they are here. 6:45 now to go. Third quarter, Reine with a give and go. Gus, left elbow, fires it. No. Reine with a follow. Yes. Reine with 17.
Gus had the open look from the left elbow but couldn't knock it down. And when you got number 55 underneath, you take as many shots as you can and he'll pull down the board.
6:25 to go. Now it's an 8-point game. Gray trying to dump it in, but it's knocked away by the Shells defense. Third quarter. Rolling here, Southwestern with their first possession of the second half. Sosa throws it into Garrett. 3-ball, good! Right corner, 3 for number 33.
Great job there by Garrett, getting open on that right wing or the right corner, nailing the 3-pointer. And that's exactly what Southwestern needs. They got to have somebody start to step it up and put some buckets in.
Remember all those threes they tried in the first half? Well, that's the first 3 that they have connected on finally, the green and gold, and now it's a 5-point game, 27-22. They throw it into Reine, it's knocked away. Hagen, now Guthrie, finger roll, he missed it right in front of the rim. Reine was behind him, and Coach Berger wanting a foul, but Southwestern ball. Garrett into Guthrie. Guthrie, fade away, missed another one off the back iron.
Well, that's been most of the night here this evening for Guthrie. He's been excellent getting in there, but he cannot get the short ones to fall.
Now Southwestern with a block shot. Here comes Gray. Ryan Gray stripped away by Touche, and it looked clean. The Shells fans don't like it. It's going to be a foul.
Well, from our vantage point, Brent, we've had a perfect view of it. And I think I agree with the Shells fans here. That looked like a pretty clean steal there by Touche, but nonetheless, Gray will go to the line, and this is the young man here that Southwestern needs to step it up a little bit here in the second half, get back on track. He's been a big-time scorer for him. He's only got 5 points here so far, and if Ryan Gray can pick it up, knock down some shots, and maybe put the Piasa Birds on his back a little bit, make up this 5-point deficit.
Well, Gray had just 5 points in the first half, but all of those coming in the first quarter. He hasn't scored in a while. Didn't score in the second period, but he's at the free throw line here. Touche with his first foul. Gray, free throw. Nope, off the rim, and he missed it.
Yeah, it's been a somewhat tough night shooting-wise for Ryan Gray here. You can see the frustration after that free throw.
Makes the second free throw. He's now 2 out of 3 from the line and 6 points in the game. And Southwestern with a steal. 4-point game, and they have the ball back. Garrett, right wing, dumps it down to Guthrie. Guthrie back to Garrett. Now they reset it to Sosa. Near the half-court stripe, Ricky Sosa to Cole Hagan. High post Guthrie. No, down low to Gray, who sneaks behind the defense and lays it in.
Yeah, Ryan Gray was out on the left wing, and he slowly came down towards the corner, broke behind the defense back door, and great job finding him, getting the pass to him. And there was Ryan Gray getting the steal to get the ball back and then getting the 2 points.
2-point game, too. Roxana 27, Southwestern 25. At halftime, it was a 6-point lead. Now it's down to 2. Touche has it. Roxana with just 2 points here in the second half so far in 3.5 minutes. Now Gus with it. Backdoor skip pass to McPeak. McPeak, top of the key to Touche. Shells throwing it around some more. Stephen Garner to Hunter Reine to Ryan Touche. Touche lost it, got it back. Ethan Gus driving in, traveling on the wing. On Ethan Gus, Piasa Birds with a chance to tie it.
Piasa Birds doing an excellent job here in the first 4 minutes of this third quarter. Is Cole Hagan in particular bodying up on Reine underneath. He's got a hand on him everywhere he moves and doing a much better job here in the early going of the third quarter, maintaining his man.
Sosa, top of the key, dribbling, driving, and keeps the dribble to Guthrie, way out high. Now Garrett, deep in the right corner. Back to Sosa with 3:53 to go in the third. Now Sosa to Hagan again. Backdoor Gray, but they didn't see him. It was knocked away. Turnover. Here comes McPeak. Hands to Gus. Gus underneath. Fouled by Garrett. Ethan Gus, as usual, waiting for the contact, and then he goes up.
Yeah, Ethan Gus is the master at that pump fake, getting his man in the air, drawing the contact, and getting himself to the charity stripe. That's exactly what he did there. A pump fake is such a devastating weapon, especially at this level, and Ethan Gus uses it quite a bit.
In the air, he misses the free throw. He's still at 4 points on the night. Southwestern outscoring the Shells here in the third quarter so far, 6-2. They've made it a 2-point game. That foul, by the way, was on Garrett. Looks like his third. Gus missed them both. Reine with the rebound, and he lays it in.
And you can see the reaction by Guthrie. He just kind of puts his hands up and, like, what more can I do? He's battling, and you just can't outman him down there right now.
29-25. Shells by 4. 3:20 to go. Right corner, Gray for 3. No. Hunt has the weak side rebound to Ryan Gray. Now to Ricky Sosa. Southwestern will keep it. Skip pass. It's stolen away there by Cody Yerkes.
Yeah, Noah Hunt, not a good decision there, trying to throw that skip pass from one side of the court to the other, and it was easily picked off by Roxana.
Yerkes between the circles, right side to Gus. Looking in the corner, and he finds Daniel Campbell back out high to chase McPeak. 5'8" sophomore McPeak playing a lot. Here's Gus underneath. Good, as he got it underneath and put it up and in.
A circus shot there by Ethan Gus as he was trying to do the same thing and drawing contact, and somehow was able to put that shot in.
Back to a 6-point lead, the lead they had at halftime, 31-25. Southwestern ball in front of their bench as it was knocked out of bounds. Left side, 3-ball going up. Hunt left it short. Rebound, loose on the floor. Jump ball, possession arrow to the green and gold. Piasa Birds ball, down by 6.
You know, when you're at a deficit like Southwestern is here, you need to take advantage of every break, and getting that jump ball, maintaining possession is a little bit of a break. They need to get a bucket to fall here and keep up with the Shells.
They throw it in to Noah Hunt. Now outside, McPeak has the steal, and he's on the move. McPeak layup. It rolls in. McPeak with a bucket. 8-point game. Timeout, Piasa Birds. Timeout here, and it is a 30-second timeout. 2:07 to go. Third quarter, and the lead is back to 8. 33-25 in favor of the Shells. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports. One. With Brian Lewis, Brent Birkeland back with you here. Good sized crowd on a Tuesday night, getting out in the cold, snowy conditions tonight. And it's 33-25. The Shells heating up here on their home floor. Up by 8 again over Southwestern. Here's Ryan Gray inside. Glass, too hard, rebound. Roxana Reine to Gus. Gus down to Yerkes, finger roll, no good. Reine with the rebound. It's blocked away from behind. It looked like Reine was over the back, no call. And then Guthrie blocked it out of bounds.
How about Reine, though, getting from end to end so quick to get that rebound? And great job, though, there on the block by the Piasa Birds. I didn't quite see which kid it was, but he got up there high and knocked it out of bounds.
Give the block to Guthrie. Couple of Birds there, but Guthrie may have gotten the most of the orange there on the block. Here's Gus. Hands it to Yerkes. Yerkes outside, takes a dribble, picks up his dribble. Now he's going to travel with it. He stumbled there at the top of the key. Southwestern ball.
Southwestern's going to try to take advantage of that traveling call. Garrett has checked back into the game for Southwestern as he went to the bench a couple minutes ago with his third foul. That's when the Shells started to pull away a little bit.
Down the baseline, Guthrie took an extra step as he was headed for Hunter Reine, and he walked.
Yeah, Guthrie not happy with that call. Coach Berger not happy with that call. That was a little bit close there. That's 3 times we've seen Southwestern put a ball in the hoop, but just to have the basket negated due to traveling.
Here's Campbell with it, dribbling on Garrett, back to the center circle. Now he's stuck, and a timeout for Coach Mark Briggs this time. Roxana will take a timeout. 1:01 to go in the third quarter. Shells still up by 8. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
To-do lists rarely need more to do. So, at American Family, we offer a variety of products at affordable prices with the convenience of a single agent. From auto and homeowners to business and life insurance. This is Gerard Fisher with American Family Insurance. Give me a call at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
There's a long pass. It looks like it's going to be overthrown. Oh, the receiver dashes under the ball and makes the catch. Touchdown!
Where did he get that extra burst of speed? That off-season training really paid off.
Alton Memorial Hospital's Human Motion Institute Sports Performance helps athletes maximize their potential and improve their game. With sports performance training, you'll leap higher, run faster, and throw farther. Learn more at altonmemorialhospital.org. Human Motion Institute Sports Performance, building better athletes.
Compare a well-equipped Lexus ES to a well-equipped Buick LaCrosse. Get inside each and see what you find. If perfection is what you pursue, this might just change your course. Meet the new class of world class. The 2010 LaCrosse from Buick. May the best car win.
Shells lead the Piasa Birds. 1:01 to go in the third quarter. Third quarter winding down here at Roxana High. Brian Lewis and Brent Birkeland back with you, and 33-25. Shells keeping the lead here at home.
Yeah, the Shells doing a nice job as Southwestern cut that lead to 2, and Roxana did a great job to extend it back out.
There's Ethan Gus trying to go around a defender under the basket, but he's called for traveling, and we've had a lot of traveling calls tonight for both teams.
Yeah, a lot of traveling, especially here in the third quarter.
Green basketball again. Southwestern playing at Roxana tonight. Garrett has it to Sosa for three. It's off the mark. Reine with another rebound. Hunter bounces it to Ethan Gus. He's on the move. Gus down into the lane. Glass, no. Long rebound goes to Cole Hagan. And Southwestern back the other way, still trailing by 8. Pass to Strazar, gives to Sosa. Sosa to Ryan Gray. 22 seconds to go, third quarter. Garrett to Sosa. They take a look at the clock. Try to get the last shot of the quarter here. Sosa, top of the key. Driving in, kicks it to Garrett. Down low, stolen away by Touche. 3 seconds left. Campbell with a long bomb, and it's no good from the backcourt at the end of the third quarter. We'll go to the fourth quarter now. Shells 33, Piasa Birds 25. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Why is Roberts Motors #1 in Ford certified pre-owned sales in the St. Louis Metro East?
Visit the 169-point inspection all our vehicles go through.
Maybe it's because we've been doing it for over 60 years.
Or is it the large selection we keep in stock at all times?
Personally, I think the answer is all the above. Stop in today and see. Nobody does pre-owned better than Roberts Motors.
Roberts Motors, your hometown dealer for over 60 years in Alton, Illinois, or on the web at riverBend.com.
So we'll retire to the mountains.
Oh, but I love the ocean.
There are places you want to get to in life, like retirement. And now your State Farm agent can help guide you with the free State Farm Insurance and Financial Review to prioritize your needs and help you plan a roadmap for your financial future.
Come on, nothing beats pine trees.
Except for palm trees.
Call and schedule yours today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Contact Tom Lane to lay out your roadmap to retirement today at 377-8912 across from Gino's 140 Club in Bethalto.
Do you want a lower house payment without having to move? Olin Community Credit Union has made refinancing easy for you. With their online mortgage center, you can view current rates, apply online, sign up for Rate Watch, or contact one of Olin Community Credit Union's mortgage representatives. What are you waiting for? Call 618-258-3168 or visit online at www.olincreditunion.org to access their online mortgage center where you can apply and receive an answer anytime, anywhere.
Well, that third quarter was almost 2 quarters for Southwestern as they were able to get back into the game, get that lead within 2 points, but then couldn't maintain, couldn't hold, and Roxana did an excellent job to extend the lead back out, and now they have an 8-point lead to play with in front of the home crowd to start the fourth quarter.
8 minutes to go. And Campbell, left elbow, forced it up, it rolls off. Reine has the rebound, and he's fouled as he grabbed that rebound. He's fouled by maybe Strazar, maybe Guthrie. It's going to be Strazar with his first.
Yeah, well, Strazar was doing everything in his power to not allow Reine that bucket.
Inside to Reine and another foul. And it's going to be Reine clearing the way, it looks like. 2 team fouls for each side. We don't have many fouls here in the second half. 2 each.
And as we talked about off air there, the physicality of the game really starting to pick up inside in that third quarter, and you saw it there as Reine gave a left-handed shove. I believe it was to Hagan underneath.
Southwestern ball, they skip it left side to Gray. 8-point lead still for the Shells here. Fourth quarter underway. Gray to Sosa, now to Garrett. Garrett leans in, kicks it to Gray. Gray will go into the lane, and he may have been fouled on the arm. No call as his shot was short. Campbell back to Touche for 3. It's off the rim, no good. Guthrie clears it for the Birds now.
Nice job by Guthrie there, boxing out on Reine to get that rebound.
Garrett, right wing, now to Guthrie in the corner. Southwestern gives to Gray for 3. It's an air ball, too long. Roxana ball with 6:43 to go. Here comes Gus. Here comes Garner for the Shells.
Well, the air ball there by Ryan Gray from the left wing, the 3-point shot. It's just been very tough for Ryan Gray tonight. His shot's been off all evening long. He hasn't made a three-pointer. He's about 0 for 5, 0 for 6 from three-point range. And the young man's just really struggling.
Strazar knocks a pass away. Southwestern with some full court press here. Boy, we just haven't had many points in this second half. 8-6, Roxana, since halftime. Strazar knocks it away again from Reine as they try to throw it into him again.
You know, the way the game's been played, especially in the first half, it almost dictated that the game had to be played through the big man. That's what was being successful, and you keep waiting for Gus or Gray to break out, and neither one of them can.
Here's Reine underneath. Good. Looked like from Gus again. Hunter Reine with 21.
21 points for the freshman, and probably 10 assists for Ethan Gus, though, this evening.
10-point game. Here's Guthrie back. No good. Knocked away. Roxana ball, and Guthrie had an open look. He got a step on Reine and still couldn't finish.
It's just kind of been the story of the night so far, and they've got to do something, Southwestern, that is, to change what's going on here, is they just can't get anything to fall.
Gus inside, spin move, and up and in. 37-25, 12-point lead. Timeout Southwestern. The Shells with their largest lead, and it's a timeout on the floor with 6:14 to go in the game. Shells 37, Piasa Birds 25. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Stop hiding. Start smiling. Hi, I'm Dr. Anna Smith. My staff and I love to take great care of our patients. We constantly update our technology, which allows us to complete complex procedures quickly, saving you time and money. Our new LumaSmiles technology allows you to see your new smile without changing a thing.
Patient of the Month, Lewis Michael won a free lunch for all his co-workers.
Come see what your smile can be at Dentistry with TLC.
I can do this. I can actually get her something she wants. Do something extraordinary. Surprise her with a piece of Everlon diamond jewelry. The Everlon Diamond Knot Collection features the Hercules knot, the ancient symbol of strength that represents the unbreakable bond of love. She definitely deserves a diamond.
The Everlon Diamond Knot Collection, now available at Manakee Jewelers.
Ragusa drops to throw. Now lets it go deep down the left sideline. He's got top, and he makes a dandy catch.
Here's another steal by Bradley. Lumpkins all alone. He lays it in from.
Yeah! Woo!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roxana with a lead, now at 12 points, double-digit lead on Southwestern. The fourth quarter rolls on, and Guthrie off the glass and in this time around.
There it is for Brett Guthrie. The left hand off the glass. Anytime you put it into that square, you're going to get the points.
37-27. Back to a 10-point game, fourth quarter. Campbell stops and pops. He missed it. Reine with the rebound and a whistle and a foul on the Piasa Birds after Reine grabbed another rebound. It's Guthrie grabbing another foul.
Well, the Piasa Birds are fighting harder and working harder here in the second half on Reine, trying to negate some of that rebounding, but even the extra effort is just not really beginning to pay off at all here as Reine continues to pull down rebound after rebound.
Free throw in and out for Reine. He missed that one. He's now 1 out of 3 from the line. Ten buckets on the night and 2 free throws. 22 in the game.
Well, that's what we expected. We expected a dominant performance out of Reine, but we thought we'd see one in return on the other side of the ball from Ryan Gray.
Reine in the first meeting at 13 points, then 18 points, now even more, over 20. Here's Campbell underneath with the steal. Missed the shot. Now we have a foul in the backcourt. It's on Roxana with 5:25 to go in the game. Shells with an 11-point lead, 38-27. 3 team fouls for each side, and this foul's going to go on Garner, his second.
Well, Gardner's done a nice job on hustling tonight, getting up and down the court. He's taken it into the paint strong. He's played some good defense, but there he was just once again too aggressive and gets the foul.
Sosa throws to Garrett, right side, down to the baseline. Shot up. It's missed there by Hagen. They fight for the rebound, and it's a foul on Garner again. It'll be his third foul now.
You know, that mid-range jumper right there from Cole Hagen, especially from the corner, is something that I thought I'd see more of here this evening, and that's the first time I've seen it tonight. A couple other times I've taken in Southwestern. He's done a great job knocking that down, and he just hasn't attempted those shots this evening.
Here's Garrett for three. Line drive. It's missed, and we have a foul. It's going to be a two-handed shove, getting Reine out of the way by number 22. Hagen with a foul. And you mentioned those short jumpers. That would get Hunter Reine out of the lane and away from the rebound.
Well, you remember the night we were down in Wood River and we did this Piasa Birds and the Oilers. I think he hit about 4 or 5 of those mid-range jumpers, and that's exactly what it did. It got Cobb out of the lane there, and it just hasn't taken place here this evening.
38-27. That foul on Hagen was his third. And now we have a foul on Roxana with 4:47 to go in the game, and Yurkus coming in because it's foul number 4. Number 4 here on actually Southwestern and on Garrett. 4th foul. And another whistle. As Gus went down the baseline, it's going to be a Southwestern foul with 4:44 to go. It's on Sosa.
Gus made a nice spin move down there as he got to the corner, and he was about to work his way around Sosa. Sosa just grabbed his jersey and held him there. An easy call for the official.
Well, they throw it into Cody Yurkus. He gives it to Ethan Gus, and Gus will hold it for a moment near the timeline. And they stack the lane, and here comes Gus. Out to Campbell, top of the key. Now McPeak has it at the top. McPeak guarded by Noah Hunt. Now to Gus. Gus, left elbow, driving all the way down to the baseline. Back out to Campbell, and Coach Mark Briggs says, let's kill some more clock. And now turning the ball over, palming the ball, Daniel Campbell.
That's exactly it, palming the basketballs. He lost control of it slightly, and it was just enough that he had to reach underneath the ball and flip it over. And official Bob Gaddy right there for that call.
Piasa Birds have it. Left side, now to the top. Sosa driving in, fires it up, missed it. Rebound Reine, over the back again. Number 22, Hagen, his 4th foul.
Yeah, it's just amazing at how well that Reine works. And you mentioned at halftime his footwork, and it's just been getting better and better as the night's gone on, especially at boxing men out. You know, he's taking advantage of his obvious size advantage. He's working in there and using that big frame to keep the others out, and it's causing a lot of over-the-back calls on the Piasa Birds. Just mismatch after mismatch as number 55 will find himself at the charity stripe.
And he's 2 for 4, and he rolls this one in. It's good, and he'll shoot again. Well, the first game ended in the 40s, 45-43. Second game in the 60s, 66-60. Here, Southwestern only in the 20s, and they trail 40-27 as Reine hits them both.
Yeah, the game's begun to slip away a little bit from the Piasa Birds here. They're going to need some big buckets and some big stops if they want to get back in the last 4 minutes.
Sosa to Hunt. 3:45 to go as Piasa Birds bring it to the baseline. Here's Guthrie right at Reine. Offensive foul. And I don't know if that's the right call. Reine was all the way underneath the basket, and he really didn't even take the charge as he was late getting to that baseline, but they're going to call it on Guthrie.
Yeah, that's the reason in my mind, as you mentioned, he was all the way underneath the basket. Guthrie had worked himself all the way in with the shot. And, he's just got nowhere to go once you get in that far. I don't believe that was the right call there. Guthrie with a tough call to go on top of a tough evening so far.
On the NBA, they have that circle under the basket where you can't take a charge if you're that deep, and that time they did call the charge, and it's foul number 3 on Guthrie.
Well, if that circle was out there on the Roxana and Shells court, Reine would have definitely been inside of it.
Yeah, way under there, and now we have a foul. Sosa fouling Gus, and 8 team fouls, make it 9 team fouls now on Southwestern. They're just hoping for some missed free throws to get back in it, but their offense struggling tonight with 27 points. Remember, they had 19 at halftime. They have 8 points in the second half.
Well, when you go back through and you look at the other two matchups, in each game, the third quarters were very low scoring. In the first matchup, just 8-2. Second matchup, just 9-8. That continued tonight in the third quarter for Southwestern, but they weren't able to get out of the funk in the fourth quarter.
Garrett for three, right side, no. Guthrie follows it up and in, 42-29. Shells lead it now by 13 on that putback by Guthrie. He now has 10 points, the leader for the Birds at 10. Timeout on the floor, 3:25 to go, and 42-29 our score. Roxana leading here at home. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Ragusa drops to throw. Now lets it go deep down the left sideline. He's got top, and he makes a dandy catch.
Here's another steal by Bradley. Lumpkins all alone. He lays it in from Tony.
Yeah! Woo!
The Oilers center ice. 13 has it. Oh, a shot a little bit wide. Oilers keep it in the zone.
Brian Lewis and Brent Birkeland back with you here in Shell Country. Roxana ball out of the timeout. 3:20 to go in the game. Gus double team. Ethan Gus jump pass. It goes to Stephen Garner now. Shells with a comfortable lead. 13-point lead on Southwestern. Gus driving into the lane, spinning in there and kicking it back out to Ryan Touche. Now to Gus again. Guarded by Sosa. We're under 3 minutes to go in the game. Hunter Reine with it. A step into the lane, gives to Gus. Down underneath, missed it. Reine also with a follow, missed it. Then he tipped it out of bounds, and the Shells with a couple of good looks there, but still 42-29.
Reine continuing to work underneath. A couple putback opportunities for him there. He couldn't get it to fall. Southwestern still somewhat in this game, but they've got to get some points.
They need a couple of threes. Here's Guthrie down to the block. Pass knocked away. It goes to Gray, and he blocked it away, but also got part of his arm there. Coach Mark Briggs didn't think so, but I think that's a good call. Reine with a foul.
Yeah, I believe he caught the arm as he was coming through on the block. And Coach Briggs is not happy at all. He's getting rather vocal over there, but I think he did catch the hand as he hit the ball.
And even on the follow-through, looked like he got him. Gray puts it up and in. 9 points for Gray. He'll try to tie Guthrie at 10 points each. In the air, good. 42-31 our score now. Roxana by 11. Long pass goes into the front court to Stephen Garner. Now to Hunter Reine, out to Ethan Gus. Gus, free throw line, stops and kicks it out to Garner again. Garner gets his pass knocked into the back court. He'll drive it back into the front court to Reine. Reine, skip pass. Gray tried for the steal, but he's flying out of bounds. It's still Roxana ball.
Ryan Gray definitely not giving up as he's showing some extra effort out there, trying to get that ball back, and he just couldn't stay in bounds as he intercepted that pass, and Roxana will maintain possession.
Mark Briggs, a head coach for the Shells, watching Hunter Reine with a little turnaround. The hook is no good, and then knocked out by the Shells, who lead it by 11 points. Southwestern ball now. Piasa Birds up the floor. Sosa to Garrett. Sosa to Garrett again. Right side. Garrett dumps it down to the baseline. That's Cole Hagan. Little fadeaway. It's short. Reine will bring it back the other way.
Cole Hagan tried that jump shot that we were speaking about. Couldn't get it up and over, and airballed it actually, and an easy rebound for Reine.
Ethan Gus has it. Dumps it underneath. Here's Reine finding backdoor Yerkes. Blocked away, though. Looked like he had an open lane for a layup, but now the Shells steal it back. Gus down to Reine. He's underneath. He went for the slam dunk, and he missed it. Off the back iron. Reine missed the dunk, and then he'll get the foul.
Well, he tried to get some extra energy into this stadium here down in Roxana. Even though he missed a dunk, this crowd is sure appreciating the effort. Number 55 was trying to pull the rim down on that one and couldn't quite get it to fall, but the crowd's loving him anyway.
And Reine will come out of the game with a big night. 24 points worth for the freshman. And Reine with his second foul. Here's Gray fouled in the lane with 1:17 to go. And East Alton-Wood River, folks, the South Central Conference West champs. They win tonight 56-45 down the road in Wood River over Hillsboro, so they finished 10-3 in the SCC.
Well, congratulations to Coach Miller and the Oilers. As they'll wrap up that SEC West title this evening, and they've had a tremendous season, and we just hope it keeps on going for them.
Gray put the first free throw in. He makes them both, actually. He's got 12 points in the game now. Coach Mark Briggs saying they want to finish with 4 losses in the conference, so that means they'd have to win 3 in a row. And Gus traveling as he stepped over the timeline, 42-33. Now Roxana holding this lead would be 7-4 in the conference with 2 games to go, and that's Vandalia and Hillsboro next week.
Yeah, Roxana, if they can maintain this lead here and win this game, would have a good opportunity to do exactly what Coach Briggs is talking about.
Go 9-4 in the conference and finish 1 game behind the Oilers, but there's a lot of basketball left. Gray with a turnaround, no good. Roxana knocked it out of bounds. 59 seconds to go. Shells lead it 42-33. 9-point lead. Not much scoring tonight at all. Here's Guthrie inside. No. Tipped around. Reine has the rebound. Fouled by Strazar.
Strazar was trying to play tough man-to-man defense there and make him work the whole length of the court, but just a little bit too tight, and fouled Reine as Reine was trying to spin with the ball.
Well, Reine back into the game with those 24 points. And he's going back to the line where he's made 3 in a row, and he is 4 out of 6 from the line. Free throw in the air, and he gets the roll off the rim. Some shooter's touch, and he's got 25.
Well, you know, it looked like Coach Briggs was taking him out of the game for good there that last time. And speaking of Reine, Southwestern got that lead back down to only 9, and he put Reine right back in.
So now he's at 26 as he makes both free throws, and the lead is back to 11. And we have just 47 seconds to go in the game. Piasa Birds with 2 victories over the Shells, but not tonight. And Reine with a foul as he went for the block shot there in front of the rim. Reine with his 3rd foul now. And he may come out of the game again with Strazar at the line. 44-33. Now a 10-point game. 44-34 as Strazar hits the first. Reine goes off. Gus also goes off. Again, the Oilers win tonight over the Hillsboro Hilltoppers. 56-45 down the road in Wood River. Missed the second free throw. Shells with the rebound, and they're up by 10, 44-34. Shells will bring it back out. 33 seconds to go in the game. McPeak has it. Shells may just dribble out the rest of the clock here. Jordan Briggs into the game. Back down low. Yerkes, layup, no good. Guthrie the other way. 18 seconds to go, though. Here's Gray inside. Ryan Gray off the glass and good.
Nice move by Ryan Gray, continuing to do what he does best, and that's getting to the rack.
14 for Gray, 10 for Guthrie, but not enough. 44-36, the final score. Roxana over Southwestern. The Shells now 14-13, and they're 7-4 in the SCC. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports. With Brian Lewis, Brent Birkeland back with you as we wrap things up here at Roxana High School. Shells win it at home over the Piasa Birds, 44-36. It wasn't easy for the home team, but Shells prevail thanks in large part to their big man. 26 points for Hunter Reine. They only finished with 44, so not bad for the big man tonight.
Well, he took over from the very beginning of the game. He had an excellent first half with 15 points. He continued it into the second half. And you got to give Ethan Gus some credit on getting him the ball all night long. The rest of the Shells, played their roles, did what they had to do. And on the other side of the ball for Southwestern, it was just one of those nights where the effort was there, but they just couldn't get shots to fall. It was a tough shooting night. When you have a tough shooting night, things are going to go this way.
And the final again at 44-36. He scores 26 points. There's only 18 other points here for the Shells, and 10 of those belong to Gus. So now you're down to just 8 points. Briggs had 3, McPeak had 2, Touche with 2, and also a free throw for Garner. On the other side, 14 for Gray, 10 for Guthrie, but again, just 36 points in the ball game tonight.
It was as we talked about most of the night, tough shooting night, but tough shooting night especially from three-point range. Southwestern was continuing to try and hit those three-pointers. They were unsuccessful, I believe, 0 for 8 in the first half. They made 1 in the second half, but couldn't knock those shots down. And then underneath, the story of the rebounding solely goes to Roxana and Hunter Reine, as he was dominating on the boards. Not just the 26 points. He cleaned up the glass on both ends of the court. And there was just no answer from Southwestern at any time underneath for the big freshman.
I'm guessing 15 to 20 rebounds, and that's probably pretty close anyway for tonight. Southwestern dropping to 9-13 on the year, 3-6 now in the conference. Roxana 7-4 in the SCC. They're now 14-13 overall, and again, Reine leading the way with 26 points, 44-36 in favor of the Shells. The Shells over the Piasa Birds tonight after Southwestern had beaten Roxana already twice this season. Third meeting of the year between the two teams here tonight at Roxana High School. Thanks to all of our sponsors, as always, for making it possible for you. And earlier tonight, in case you missed it, Illinois beat Wisconsin 63-56 here on the Big Z. And the second game of the night, Roxana boys over Southwestern 44-36. Thanks to our engineer, Brian Hennigan, and to my partner, Brian Lewis. This is Brent Birkeland. So long, everybody.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Manakee Jewelers. Surprise her with a piece of Everlon diamond jewelry. Olin Credit Union, exceeding member expectations since 1934. Professional, independent insurance agents. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best health care close to home. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Weber Granite City Chevrolet, buy American. Alton Refrigeration, the first choice in quality HD TV and appliances. Dentistry with TLC, stop hiding and start smiling. Quality Buick, Pontiac, GMC, Cadillac, serving the Riverbend for 52 years.